The Simpsons, America's greatest cartoon sitcom family, have been a force to be reckoned with since their inception on The Tracy Ullman Show, jumping from animated sketch to a full-on animated TV series that has made us laugh and cry for 36 years. The last Simpsons game I covered, Simpsons Wrestling, was a fun but frustrating game to revisit, but today I thought we're going to take another trip into Springfield and we are going to dabble with the world of Simpsons Hit and Run. This game, as a kid, was amazing. It combined that GTA energy and it made its own thing. It had its own identity. You can tell it's borrowed a lot from Grand Theft Auto, but it's really cool. People even request for this to have either a re-release or a full-on remake for modern systems. It needs to happen. Join me today as we find out what made this game so great. Rev your engines, fasten your seatbelts, and grab your Buzz Cola and donuts as we embark into the wild and wacky world of The Simpsons Hit and Run. Simpsons Hit and Run was released around the time season 14 aired on TV, and this is the point where I originally began to fall off the show. Pre-season 14 had some of the best moments of comedy as well as heartfelt moments, whether it be Bart being stuck down the well or Homer chasing Uda around the locker room with a towel. I have fond memories of the TV show, and I definitely have fond memories of this game. In 2003, Simpsons Hit and Run was created and published by Radical Entertainment and Vivendi Universal Games. It was released on PS2, Xbox and GameCube, and then it had a PC release shortly after. It features 7 levels that take place throughout different areas of Springfield, with some levels revisiting old areas with different twists. In the first level you play as Homer in the suburbs area of Springfield. In the second level you play as Bart in downtown Springfield. In the third level you play as Lisa in the harbour area of Springfield. In level 4 you play as Marge, again in the suburbs area, this time at night. Spooky. In level 5 you play as Apu and revisit downtown Springfield. In level 6 you play as Bart in the harbour area of Springfield, again at night. Really spooky. And finally, in level 7 you play as Homer in the suburbs, with a treehouse of horror twist. Very spooky. One thing I can appreciate about the world of the Simpsons games is that in each iteration that they do for the gaming world, Springfield has a different look every time around, and as far as I'm aware, it was different developers, but they were all underneath the same umbrella, so they all kind of worked together, but they all had their own spin on Springfield, and it's a really nice attention to detail because in that regard, nothing looks and feels the same. Even though the game retreads certain areas in the levels, it's all unique and it all feels so different for each character that you play as. The original cast for The Simpsons reprised their role for this game, much like how they did for Simpsons Wrestling, except the writing for this game is much better, the dialogue's punchier, it's more in line with the humour that you'd expect from The Simpsons, and the callback to certain moments from the show are here too.
Thanks for bringing me my model of the digestive system. Hey, where's the gallbladder?
I got hungry and it was a fig.
It was modeling clay.
Oh.
By the way, Dad, Mom called. She says she needs to talk to you at home before you go to work.
Oh.
One of my favourite things to witness in this game is the gags that go on in the background, like this one in the Quickie Mart. One of my favourite things to witness in this game is the gags that go on in the background. Just look at this one in the Quickie Mart.
All I know is pain.
Is it the future yet?
Kang and Kodos are the reason things are going south in Springfield, and it's a much better reason for an invasion, rather than
They just wanted to wrestling tournament.
strange incidents are happening all over town involving security cameras, shifty-looking vans, shifty-looking sedans, and a new and improved Buzz Cola that has bizarre side effects. The overall story of this game explains why you play as Apu during level 5. This was a detail I couldn't remember, and in the context of this game it makes a lot of sense. The gameplay is primarily focused on exploration and interactions with fan-favourite characters from the TV show. The missions range from collectathons to races and timed quests. You can also race to unlock certain vehicles, and you can even unlock extra costumes for the characters, further enhancing the gameplay loop and giving you something extra to work towards. There are Buzz Cola cards to collect that hold memorabilia from certain episodes, as well as enemy wasps to kill for a huge payout of coins. Hang on a minute. I've heard that coin noise before. No, I'm imagining it. I haven't even begun to talk about the music yet. It's It's one of the best soundtracks for any game I think I've ever heard. There are music cues throughout exploration that happen every now and again, and each mission has a unique music track that carries the rhythm of the mission. It even has subtle foreshadowing to the endgame plot. One of the best uses of music in this game for me is when you're selecting costumes. This track absolutely slaps, and it makes me have a little boogie woogie woogie when I hear it.
Do you think I can use your school bus?
Oh, right. Cool.
Okay, I know I've definitely heard that buzzer noise before. There is only one other game franchise that uses a buzzer noise exactly like that, and I bet I know what it is. Who's the man? I'm the man. There are several instances where you can lose coins, and this is one of those games where you can't die. However, you do take damage from wasps, and this can cause you to lose coins. Another way this game feels similar to GTA is the hit and run aspect of the game. You have a meter that fills up if you run people over, kick people, destroy objects, and crash into people. Filling this meter up all the way initiates a hit and run, and the police chase you for the duration of the meter being filled. If they catch you, you lose 50 coins and gain a pretty little slap on the wrist. One of my favourite things to do in this game is just kick people, especially Ned Flanders. But I will admit I did get carried away with it a lot. As much as I love this game, there are a few things that do bring it down. The AI for this game can be frustrating as hell in certain areas. For example, when doing a race, it can be so annoying to try and stay ahead of whoever you're racing. The pattern that they take is precise as hell, and if you fall behind too much, you just won't catch up at all. When driving around Springfield, cars will either willingly head-on collide with you, or veer in the direction you end up turning to avoid them. And I remember as a kid this was such a huge problem in the last level. It's not a very punishing game, apart from the occasional difficulty spike in certain levels and missions, ranging from strict A to B levels that have a lot of obstacles. The hardest level in the game is easily the Treehouse of Horror theme level. It can be so unforgiving towards the end. From the start of the game all the way through to level 7, you can skip a mission if you fail it more than 5 times. However, this is excluded for the last 2 missions in level 7, as it's very much a case of get good. There's no checkpoint system either implemented for levels in this game, so if you're halfway through a mission, like say if it's a really tedious one or it's quite a long one, if you fail, it's back to the beginning, and it can get really frustrating. This became much more of an issue during Marge's level, and then I definitely started feeling the effects in Apu's level.
Milhouse, has Bart been here?
I haven't seen him.
Milhouse? What are you doing here?
Lisa, what a coincidence.
Stop following me!
I heard Bart might be out by the Springfield sign. Hi, Lisa. My, your hair looks pointy today.
He's a bit weird, isn't he? But despite the gripes that I had with it though, I had a really fun time playing this, and I'm definitely going to be revisiting the town of Springfield in the future for a video. Maybe Simpsons skateboarding, maybe Simpsons road rage, or maybe even the Simpsons game movie. I'm sure we'll find out what it's going to be somewhere down the line. Have you guys played Simpsons Hit and Run? Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? Or maybe it's something that you overlooked as a kid and you might want to check it out. Personally, it's worth checking out. Despite the issues that it has, camera, controls can get a little bit clunky at times, it can get really unforgiving with its difficulty. It's a fun time, and like I say, if you haven't checked it out, it's worth checking out. And if you have checked it out, what was your favourite moment of the game? Let me know below. And as always, leave a like, comment and subscribe for more content. I'll be back next week with my next video. Cheers guys, see you soon.